Thunder Grunt.
Gozer traveler.
He will come in one of the pre-chosen forms.
During the rectification of the Voldrini, the traveler came as a large and moving tog.
Then, during the third reconciliation of the last of the McKettrick supplicants, they chose a new form for him.
That of a giant slur!
Many shoes and zoos knew what it was to be roasted in the depths of the slot that day. I can tell you.
In a small little ship in the center of Mars was a sack of souls with experiment scars. When the psychedelic monk said, "I'll take two," and he put them in a rocket and he ate a lot of glue. And he shot them straight to Earth where they turned into babies. They were named from that, and they rarely got rabies. And the monk made a movie of their whole entire lives. They were panoramic scenes and zooms of the time. And one time Bob had sex with a ladle, and one time Matt lost a bet to a cradle, and another time Bob caught a dinosaur mom, and another time Matt bought a replica of Guam. And all this and more is on a DVD set, only $20.99 with the purchase of a gem. But if you call right now and say, "Where's my whisk?" we'll include this bonus disc.
Hey, welcome to Bonus Disc! I'm your co-host, Bob Rose, and with me is the definite most certain host, Matt P.A.
Who I am, I'm definitely not a host.
And with us is comedian Kathy Carson. How you doing, Kathy?
I'm pretty good.
Before we start, I want to say one thing.
All right.
I want to be polite. I want to say that this is probably going to have 100% spoilers in it.
Oh,
So anyone listening to this, just know that if anyone says anything about spoilers, you thought that we would do this without spoilers. You're an idiot.
Yeah, I'm gonna say,
Yeah,
if
if
you're
you
listening
thought
to
it-
this and you
I
want to
just
see
wanna
Pitch Perfect 2, legitimately, fucking stop listening and go dig a hole and bury yourself in it. Excuse me.
All right.
Oh, okay. We were lucky enough to go see for free. That's why I said lucky.
Shout out to Kevin Perkins.
Kevin Perkins,
Yes.
thank you very much. You're probably never listened to the show, and you're not going to listen to this episode.
And
For
shout
getting
out,
us in.
wait, shout out to Steve Reeder, too, if he ever actually listens to
Steve
this.
Reeder, thanks a lot.
And he might.
He might. Brian Gilbert, you're listening. We know that. Anyway, we were lucky enough to see a pre-screening of Pitch Perfect 2 about a week in advance. I think it comes out Friday.
Okay.
We were recording this roughly a week before it comes out.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. And the reason this is significant is because a long time ago, Kathy, you watched Pitch Perfect and you hated it.
I hated it so much.
Right. And I started.
Wait, we're talking in past tense. I still hate it.
Right. Yeah, no, I didn't think that you came around.
Definitely not after this.
No, I
fucking
didn't think.
bullshit.
Yeah, no, I didn't think you came around. And I started giving you shit for it, and then me and Matt watched. Did we watch it after or before Kathy watched it?
I don't remember.
I don't fucking remember.
I think maybe one of you had watched it
Bob
or
had.
seen it at one point.
I
and then
had. And I
maybe you
told
watched
Matt he
it.
would really like
I
it.
did. I loved it. I love the
I
first
know.
one.
Well, I know Matt, and I know what he likes. He's got very selective tastes. I remember how much you loved Bring It On back in the day, man.
Dude, Bring It On's still a fantastic movie. Just watch that shit. If it's on, watch it. It's great.
Look.
This is the guy that sends me like the pictures of dicks with like 6,000 needles went in him and shit. And Bring It On's amazing,
Dude, art is beautiful to everybody, man.
We're getting off topic.
Oh no. It's all prelude to the storm, Kathy. We're getting off topic. So,
Oh, man. So Pitch Perfect 1 was great.
Yeah, I like Pitch
It was
Perfect
awful.
1, but
It was
50
awful.
It's
No,
like
it's bad, but it's so fucking
I
barely,
think-
almost not a total pile of shit that it's entertaining.
For me, it's 50-50. It's like 50% legitimately, I like straightforwardly like it, and then 50% I'm like, eh. You know, it's really the love story that I don't
oh my
like.
god,
that's
if you
the-
took the love story out of the first one, that's the funniest part of the whole thing.
Dude.
Those two characters in
They,
their
like-
lives are garbage.
Yeah.
They're, oh my god, they're clearly not meant to be in a relationship.
No.
Clearly, he may have some like sexual
All right, we're not here to
orientation
talk about
issues.
the first
We're not,
one.
but
Okay.
the thing, in hindsight, I'm glad it took us like 2 hours to get to this point, because in hindsight, I don't even remember from the second movie of them like being together. Were they
hardly
dating?
were.
They were.
They
Were
were.
they?
But
He
like,
touched her butt. That's the thing about it.
They
like, as far
I
as-
guess.
they only
yeah.
actually interacted with each other
Like
maybe
three times, I was gonna say.
And then he like winks at her from
Shut
the
up! Shut up! Shut up, Kathy! Are you kidding me? You're gonna talk about the end of the movie? We haven't even started. Jesus. We got rules here.
Well, get to it.
Yeah, we will get to that.
That's
shit.
the
It's
motto,
awesome.
Kathy. Thanks for listening.
So Pittsburgh one was kind of, I mean, it's bullshit, but it was like sort of entertaining. There were certain aspects.
For
It's
what it
important
is,
to understand this
Pitch
because-
Perfect for what it is great.
It could have been like
That's
a Josie
what-
and the
that's what we're trying to
Pussycats. It could have been like Josie and the Pussycats, but it wasn't
That's
that
a
good.
high watermark for those
Dude,
types of
movie-
movies.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a
It's
high
like
watermark.
that's what it should have been going for.
We're
and
not even remotely kidding.
I love.
Josie and the
I
Pussycats.
absolutely love Josie and the Pussycats.
Have you even seen it?
Don't do this. You've never
don't
seen
know
it.
then.
Yeah, you don't get it.
You
it's
don't
so
know.
good. It's
And
such a good
we have
movie.
several mutual friends that will legitimately back us up.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Don't you ever say a goddamn word about Josie in front of me.
What?
I
Welcome
love
to
her.
Elms, everybody. This is turning into Elms. All right.
All right.
God damn it. Kathy's like crying, laughing. We're not kidding. It's real.
Yes.
It's fine. Stop yelling at me.
No, relent, be crushed under volume.
A trash compactor of decibels.
So I mean, so the first one was like it was almost there. It was like 3/4 of the way being okay.
Yeah. Like
There
I
was
know
some stuff in it that was good.
I have friends who hate like everything on earth and they like Pitch Perfect. I was like, what?
I don't get that, but okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Process
you
it.
lying though.
Process this.
Anyway. Okay.
The silence.
Let's
All right.
just move.
So Pitch Perfect 2, basically before we
Directed
start,
by Elizabeth Banks, who
who
was in the
plays-
first one and in this one.
she's like the announcer.
right. This is
Which-
her first movie, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
No,
her-
she directed something else too. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, this might be her first big movie though.
Okay. Well.
Hollywood level movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably.
She probably directed something in.
Or maybe she like
I didn't look it up.
directed a TV episode. I don't know. Anyway.
It's obvious. On a serious note, it's really obvious that it's her, like one of her first movies.
Oh God, that
'cause it's-
pacing and everything
Yeah,
was.
pacing is
Woo!
extraordinarily disjointed. There's through lines that don't go anywhere.
Yes, there are entire like subplots that just like have like 2 seconds of screen time,
And then don't go anywhere.
and then it's
Yeah.
gone.
We're gonna talk about this movie. I want to. It's a shame because they took the first one. They found the stuff that was funny. There was stuff that worked in the first one. They tried to do it again, kind of exactly the same,
Yeah.
and
It
but
didn't
to
work.
this like gross, ugly level, and not even the
They-
likes of fucking Keegan Peele, right?
His first scene was pretty funny.
Amazing.
Sure,
Amazing.
yeah.
His
His
first scene was.
but only his first
Only
scene.
his first scene, but his first scene,
It
I was
was
like,
very
I hope
good.
that if this goes, his
It
first
didn't,
scene
though.
was great.
But
His first scene was
so
great.
he just
And David Cross are both in this
Oh.
movie, and it sucks balls.
No, the cast is amazing. Like
It's-
it's got like Reggie Watson, Joe Latruglio, Jason Jones. I mean,
So many-
what's his name from Workaholics? He's
Adam
yeah,
Devine.
Adam
It's got a
Devine's in
bunch
it.
of really good people in it, but it's like,
It's
what
so
the
bad.
fuck are they doing?
Can I give you
Nothing.
guys an example that neither of you will be behind? But it's literally it's the same problem like Men in Black 2. I know. Laugh all you want, but no. The first movie had heart, and the second movie was trying to be too funny and had
Yeah.
no through line and no heart. This is exactly the same problem.
Yeah.
The first movie had a heart and a through line, and this
okay,
one just was a
But
mess.
I
It
would
didn't make.
argue it barely had a heart because
Oh no, it was racist.
Oh,
and
No,
ignorant.
no, you mean the first one?
no, yeah, I'm talking
She's
about
talking
the first
about
one.
the
the
one.
first one.
Because like we're
The
talking
first one didn't have a lot of heart, but it had
Yeah.
it had a
tried.
through
It
line
was-
that made
it-
sense.
Yes.
The
at
through
least-
line
it
made
at least
sense.
followed through.
The connective tissue made sense.
Yes.
This was like
There
they
were
opened the movie-
motivations that were clear.
Right. They opened the movie with them being disgraced, and then it's like, but you still can go to the
but
World
you can still
Championships.
compete in all this shit, and you do
And it
all
was
this
like, wait,
invitational
what?
stuff.
There was no, I didn't know who was doing what for what reason
Hold on,
when.
we can't jump that far ahead.
Okay.
We
Oh,
got to
right,
start the
yeah.
movie because there's some really funny shit happens right off the gate. Where
Yeah.
that what is it? They're performing for President
Obama, which is
Oh,
just
yes.
cut,
It's just
insert
cuts of
footage of him
Of
at
him and some
something
other
else.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so awesome. Like, what were they thinking?
Yeah, you can tell so bad
it's
that it
so
was.
dumb
Yes,
looking.
it immediately. So the movie immediately opens up with a joke about Rebel Wilson's vagina being on display.
Well,
Right.
it also starts almost instantly with a racist comment
Yes.
from John Mitchell, whatever.
John Michael Higgins.
John Michael Higgins.
But
Who's amazing. I mean, I
He's
love
such a funny guy.
He
His
is.
character was
This-
just an overt racist.
This was the whole thing was a direct. Like if David Wayne directed this movie, if he was brought
if he
in,
wrote it, like there's
like you know how
directing
role
is one
models,
thing. The
you know how
dialogue.
I know, but he would have rewrote it. You know, like how
Yeah.
Role Models was like nothing, and then like he came in at the last minute, and that movie's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah,
like
that movie's
I
pretty
feel
good.
like this is just a novice director that didn't know what she was doing, and it's just nothing
Well, but,
came
like-
off right.
Well,
It just
but-
came off racist as opposed
it
to
was
funny.
incredibly
Fuck,
racist.
It was
Yeah.
unbelievably
And
racist.
here's something. Like, one of the things was, I guess the way she was treating it was, well, why don't we just make fun of every race and then nobody's offended, right?
Right.
Because we're making fun of everybody.
Everyone.
So everybody's just sniping at each other all the time
Yeah.
and making fun of each other.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to be funny somehow. And like, and don't even get me
The first one was a Jewish joke, which would be
Yes.
funny later
Which
because of the.
it fell flat,
final
but it also
performance.
was so silently delivered. I was like, I didn't like grab it right away. I was like, wait, did
Yeah, I
he
was
just,
like, I didn't
Yeah.
remember
did
her
he just
name.
say that?
I didn't remember her
Right.
name from the first one to understand that her name was different for that joke to work.
And this is supposed
Right.
to be aimed
And-
at
and-
like younger girls, right? Like,
Yes, I was seated next to two girls
Yeah.
who loved this movie.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck that's possible, but they did it. They were into it.
I mean, look, I legitimately was laughing at some stuff. There was
there was-
things I
there
was
was
legitimately
there were
laughing
brief
at.
things that were funny for a second.
only because it
Well,
was David Cross yelling
I gotta
something
say,
weird.
Kathy,
Where,
Yeah,
like,
like
you were
a-
out to crucify it from the get-go.
Yeah.
No, you didn't give it an ounce, man.
but she
come
also
on.
took the poster. We didn't take the poster.
I don't
I
want.
do
I
have
didn't
the
like. I don't
poster.
like the actual poster
Well,
though. Yeah. But yeah, like out of the gate, it just something was wrong.
Yes.
Something's obviously like.
The horse was hobbled.
Yeah.
Yeah, something was not. The editing is really weird in it. There's a man.
There
we're
is
just talking about
no
this.
ending.
There's so many
There
slow
is no
motion
fucking
scenes.
ending.
The amount of slow motion scenes was absurd.
and like, and
Why
like,
was there so much slow motion?
Because acapella music.
What?
and the weird like,
like the music doesn't slow down.
And
like,
all
there
the
wasn't even
weird-
that much singing in this one.
there was a lot of
There was a
fucking
lot of
songs
singing.
in
I didn't
this.
feel like.
But no, but
I didn't
they were doing
recognize
it
them.
It
I
felt
think.
like a deluge by the middle. I was just like another fucking song.
because a lot of it
I
they're
guess
doing
I
it like
didn't
it's
feel
a
it.
Disney
Yeah.
movie, and they're just like they're
Yeah.
singing like while they're doing work and shit. Like it's
there is that.
I mean,
scene.
it's schlock. It's total schlock, which it could be good if it wasn't now. Like if this was Breaking 2.
look if
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's okay because
We-
it was then,
No,
but
yeah.
not now.
this is
But
15
okay.
years after Castaway. Like
Yeah.
It's just mind-boggling.
I
This
mean-
You
kind of
can't, man.
shit
You
is
got
going
there's a
on.
new level reach now. You can't just
mean-
put this out.
they really like broke through barriers with that movie. So like you just got to get on its level.
Right. Anyway,
So they're performing
anyway,
for President Obama.
Obama.
Fucking Rebel Wilson's character, whose name is Fat Amy, which you were
is-
like,
and-
come
oh,
on.
and
Which I
not
do want
once-
to point out, we're going to talk about this movie. It's supposed to be little girls. They're like high school girls and they loved it. And it's supposed to be like girl power. They're all idiots and ignorant as fuck. And you can't respect them.
Because at some
I'm
point,
sorry. Like the whole movie.
at one point, they should have been like,
They're
no,
in college.
you're not Fat Amy anymore. You're just Amy. Why did nobody say
Yeah.
that?
That's
In a more
Pitch
thought-
Perfect 1.5, where it's like an intervention about Amy
Like,
and
why
her
aren't
fat
these-
shaming
see,
herself
like-
all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's the thing that bothered me. There's supposed to be this really like
Tight-knit group of girls.
of sisters, and they cut each other down constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Hold on, we gotta finish the fucking opening performance. We have to.
Because the whole
Because-
the premise of the movie, which it really isn't, is hinges on this.
Yes.
Is that Fat Amy is like coming? She does wrecking
She-
ball coming down from the
Yeah.
Ceiling
which is
on,
in the
like-
trailer. It's straight up in the trailer.
Okay, I didn't
so
watch the
I've already
trailer.
seen the fucking thing. So it's
Oh,
like
Jesus.
it wasn't funny in the trailer. It's
I
not
didn't
funny
watch
here.
any of that shit.
It, you know what though? Like
She's hanging upside down and her
it
fucking
could have been
pants
funny
split
though.
open.
Like I feel
Yeah.
like you could have done a
But just,
vagina exposure joke
But
properly,
the
and it
weird
just
the thing
way it was
was-
done isn't
Yeah,
funny.
the weird thing to me was like the cuts to like
Her
the
ass. Yeah, no, it didn't feel right.
Rip. It was
Yeah.
The
was
editing is
weird.
really bad.
It's
really
very
bad.
bad.
It's
and the
really
dubbing,
badly.
some of the overdubbing for
Big
some
bad,
of the
but I mean
lines.
the actual like editing. Like there's scenes that just go on. You're like, is this over yet? And then it stops,
Yeah.
There's just a lot of excess fat on the whole fucking movie.
Well, because nothing fucking happened.
Yeah, nothing happened.
They just sang a bunch of songs.
Yeah.
They went,
a couple
they
people
went
involved.
camping.
And they say seriously a lot. They apparently don't believe anything anybody's ever
Seriously.
telling them. Seriously?
It's like
you want to work with me?
You know what
Seriously?
it's like? Okay, Matt, to get you both have seen it. It's
Jesus.
almost like Elizabeth Banks wanted to make a much less entertaining Old Dogs.
Yes.
Like
Christ.
scenes just happen. They even go
yeah.
camping at one point. It's not
It's
nearly as
true.
funny as Old
they
Dogs
do.
is a goddamn masterpiece compared to this movie.
Yes.
It really is.
It's way more entertaining.
Well, Old Dogs is just a
Well, yeah.
masterpiece.
Yeah, that was. You're setting them up from the start because that movie's perfect.
But yeah, like there was no reason that any of them like. Ugh.
All right, she shows a pussy to the president. Everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
Then we get like
it goes viral. They get like hate mail shit, and they go in
which
front of.
I honestly did not hate the opening credit sequence. I thought some of the shit they were. Did you notice?
Oh yeah,
There was some like the news reporters were like saying how there was like a national acapella tournament. He's like, and I guess that's a thing. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
funny.
But
I mean,
there was a little too much of that too, like the winky, like we get that, like
This
this
nothing-
is this
no one
doesn't
cares.
actually
Fuck
happen.
about this
The
thing.
only
but the
way
first
this
movie had that a little bit.
the only way this movie works for me, I will tell you this, and the first movie too. I'll even throw in the first movie.
Okay.
Is if this is set, if this is set in an alternate universe.
It is.
It has to be.
It
right?
is. No, it's in a universe where the word "this" is important.
Yeah. Because like
Just like anything.
like women's suffrage only happened like 10 years ago.
and fat, yeah. Like Fat Amy, that's okay. It's
Yeah,
yeah.
we
Yeah,
have
can we-
racist everyone, and women are pretty dumb. Right, guys?
can we address the fact
I
that
love the fact that they're on a podcast now, though. I thought that
that
him
was
being
pretty funny.
exceedingly racist was almost like we don't know what happened, but they got kicked off the radio because he's such a racist asshole.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now they're
Like-
just podcasting.
well,
pretty
there's-
funny.
Yeah, you know.
I guess I didn't really pick up on that.
Yeah, it's because
Then
Well,
they-
so
they-
to
they-
me, like all of the humor throughout the thing, it felt like humor from like the 50s or the 60s.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
oh,
there's a lot of like farting jokes.
yeah,
and-
sweetheart, do you have my pot roast ready? Like, no, like just like really old fashioned, like bullshit.
it was that weird, like being racist. The fact that it's hard because it's like the characters are racist.
Yeah, but it's like too much.
You're not supposed to be with them. Like you're not supposed to. You're supposed to laugh at the fact that they're so fucking ignorant and racist, which can be funny. Not
But the
that much
jokes
though.
were like pedestrian.
They were
Like it's
pedestrian
like it's like
jokes.
almost a joke a
Women
real
shouldn't
racist
go to
might
college.
Yes.
Make.
Yeah, it's just like okay, that's
be funny at least. Like
John Michael Higgins should know better than that line. He
Yeah.
should have been like, I don't know about this. He
Yes.
should have said something.
I feel like everyone in the
Why-
movie
Yes.
should have been like
Look,
that.
just
Like
write
David
this
Cross
movie.
should have been like, I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want.
David
honestly.
Cross
Did you
was
see
kind
how
of
he was
funny though.
credited?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Did you see how
yeah.
he was credited in the credits? It was like the riff off like MC, and it was like Sir
Whittlesby
Wiggles-
Diggleberry or
yeah.
something. It was
Oh,
the
yeah.
Oh,
same
really?
name. Yeah.
Well, I'm
Instead
sure
of
he
David
knew it was
Cross.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I
he
mean,
was just like, I'm not even putting my name on this. Still
Well,
turned in a.
You
I
could
mean,
tell
I'm
by
happy
the
he's-
cast that they were trying. That I guess
she called
she
in
was-
a lot of favors.
She was
Is-
trying. Well, no, she was trying to make a movie that was absurdly funny, but without any fucking plot.
Nope.
It did. That's what got
Yeah.
thrown by the wayside. The plot and the like care got all. Like, if I get all these funny people in something, it'll be great.
Well, it's like she was
No.
trying to be Tina Fey, but she's not Tina Fey.
she's not Tina Fey. No, she's
So-
no.
She's
not.
Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah.
Right. She's Elizabeth Banks.
Just stick to being cute, sweetheart.
She's a good actress. I mean,
yeah.
she's
I like her
not. I never had a
performances and
problem
things.
with her until,
Until
right
now, yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it's
like
just-
don't do this again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please.
don't. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's
Stop.
not fun.
Yeah, but
It
I
was-
will say, man,
The
if you watch this movie for fucking Peele's scene, that opening
Yes,
scene killed
yes.
me. That was the best scene in the movie. Just
Yeah.
him and talking to that hipster guy.
So Anna Kendrick, they get kicked out of the fucking bullshit. Anna Kendrick is like, well, she doesn't really care.
She doesn't care because she has
She
an
got-
internship.
she
got
gets an
an
internship at a recording studio, which is where Peele works.
Where Peele works and is the best scene in the movie.
the best
and
scene in the movie, and
happened
sadly his
within the
character
first 10 minutes.
doesn't live on like that.
Not really
his
at
character
all.
fell the fuck
Fell
off.
off the screen. And
Yeah, it was just
sad.
like he might have like done that, and they were like, you can't like keep ad-libbing or something. It's
There
like
was- I
weird.
mean,
the
there's-
first scene is fucking funny.
There's a
Yeah.
few funny things with like the sriracha stuff. Like that scene was
Yeah.
okay, but yeah. Anyway, so she gets an internship at a recording studio,
which is literally
she
her
feels
just-
like she's betraying the Bellas because her attention's being drawn away. I guess.
Yeah, that's why she doesn't
Everything
tell.
was very unclear as to what
I
the
don't know any
problem
This is
was.
their like senior year of college.
Anna Kendrick, that's
except
her
for Fat
fucking
Amy.
name.
Oh, it's yeah. And,
I remember Bumper and Fat Amy. That's seriously it.
And then the one girl kept intentionally failing classes, and it was like her
Yeah, I want to
seventh
talk
year
about
of
that
college.
woman. That's why I was like, I don't know anybody's name.
Yes.
The redheaded woman
Yes.
who was in the first one.
That's a Brittany
Yeah.
Snow.
That woman looks like she's 40.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
She looks way older than what her character's supposed to. It's like weird now.
I would say she
because
looks
Pitch
like
Perfect
30.
came out, what, like
Yeah.
4 years ago? 5 years ago?
Yeah.
The first one?
Well, she said she failed a lot.
7 years, though?
Yeah,
She
so,
looks
yeah,
old.
so she's intentionally staying in school because she's scared to leave school. Like,
She won't leave the Bellas, man. It's too
she can't leave
important
the
in her
Bellas.
life.
That's the only thing in her life. Well, that's sad.
The
It's
lesbian,
insane. It's sad, yes.
the lesbian woman only has lesbian lines.
Yes, only
Yep.
or black
It's a
female lines.
Yeah, it's a black lesbian.
who-
It's
yeah,
like
see,
they were
like,
trying to like kill two
they don't
birds
give
with
her.
one stone.
If you're
kinda
gonna
thing.
do that, you got to give her 3
Oh!
dimensions. You
And
can't
not to
just make
mention-
her
the black lesbian.
I want to eat pussy. You can't just do that.
Oh, and you
It's not.
and you can't have her be like predatory towards
She's also
people that are
rapey.
supposed to be her friends.
Yeah, she's kind of
She's
rapey.
incredibly predatory.
And it's sad that that's okay. You know,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
shouldn't be okay because it's not okay.
Oh, and not to mention the girl from like Guatemala. They never even specify
Yeah,
Oh
where
my
she's from.
God!
The
How many of
Hispanic
those
girl.
Every
jokes?
single joke
The first
of hers
one made
was
me
an
laugh.
immigrant
The
joke.
was the
first,
first
one,
one?
I don't remember, but the first time she said
No.
like she was kept in a crate or something. One, I was like, all right, that's kind
That
of
was
funny.
kinda crazy
But then
off
it
the
was
wall.
like the 10th time
Oh.
she was talking about her life being a horseshit. I was
It's like,
like,
what are you gonna do
you
after
made
you
this
graduate?
joke.
I'm gonna get deported. Like,
Yeah.
You
Oh,
made the joke.
We
get
get
it.
it.
She's a foreigner and her life was shit. Stop. We get it.
Dude, there's
one time, one.
Yes.
And then you stop.
there were so many
3 at
dead
the
horses
most.
on the
Yes.
set of this movie.
And 3, the third one should pay off at the very end for
man.
some reason.
Oh,
If
yes.
you're gonna do it 3 times, it needs to pay off.
Oh,
and it was
and
just
then-
like, no.
the love story
absolutely
between
Bumper and Fat Amy.
yeah. So dumb.
Worthless.
Worthless.
It was worthless. I
Absolutely
kind of laughed
worthless.
at the one scene
Which one?
when
Well,
she's like swimming up to him.
that was
The
almost
car,
funny.
the car
was
the car
good.
made me
was
laugh.
okay.
The car was good. Somebody smart did that one. That was a decent joke.
That was
to
all
throw
right.
in there.
Yeah.
That happened by accident, like before they did the scene, and they're like, "Oh hey,
Let's do it."
ooh."
So are we just talking about anything? Does it matter?
I mean, we're
I-
kind of going.
We're kind of
Sort
going
of.
through it, but dude, I don't like the
It's so hard
very
to keep
disjointed
going with
movie.
the
Yeah, it's terribly
story.
because if you really, as I was driving home, I was thinking about the through lines of the movie and the character arcs, and it really, God, the end scene, nothing like happens. They
I
just
know, that's why
they
Lee
play
Neo
a
is like-
concert. Like, did they win? What's going on? And it just
I
fades
leaned over to
out.
Bob and I went, so judges aren't a thing
Oh,
at
and
these
they
competitions
acted
or
like they
something?
be- oh, this
They
is
don't
basically
leave the house. They don't leave the. Are
No,
they
that-
ghosts? Are they ghosts at the Bella House?
Yeah.
And they just can't leave?
Maybe.
Is it like a murder
They-
house?
I mean, I agree that they all
For-
should be dead for this.
for people that a good thing. The antagonist in the movie. They kind of did like a mighty. I'm gonna keep
It is like
Mighty
Mighty
Ducks.
Ducks.
2. I'm gonna go with 2.
The
Oh,
German
because it's
team.
the
The,
Yeah.
German, the
International
Iceland
thing,
team
yeah.
pretty much
Or
is in
Iceland.
this movie, except they sing and they're German. And
Yeah. They're
and
called
they-
Das Sound Machine.
Das Sound
Yeah.
They were
Machine.
terrible. It was such a bad villain.
Yeah,
Like,
was.
if they
I
were
kind of got
funny at
excited when they
all.
came out. Like maybe they'll be really funny.
Yeah, like
Oh,
it would be
and
like
like the-
Zoolander kind of shit,
crazy,
like
like
Latu
Dieter
and
Rocket
stuff.
shit, like
Yeah,
really
yeah,
insane. And then it was
It was
nothing.
boring. It were
It was
just
boring,
dicks.
and
Yeah.
the constant running joke where Anna Kendrick can't say anything bad about that woman.
Ugh, fuck.
Yeah,
That's
once,
what I want to say. This
once
movie,
I would have been okay.
Once.
Once,
The
and
woman's
just
so
kept
pretty
being
that
a
Anna
thing.
Kendrick has to, every time she wants to sing a song, was like,
She's like, "You smell like cinnamon."
oh, your hands are so soft. What am I doing?
but
It's
see,
so-
it didn't
it's
pay
like,
off.
ugh.
Oh, like
no.
her character.
Dude, it would
her
also been
character
fucked,
is
and
all.
that would have been the only payoff for that was for her to like have sex with her, to
Or
be
they
like, "All right, I
become
just had to get
friends,
that
Or
out
they
of the way."
become
something.
friends.
What? They just disappeared.
And who knows what happened to him?
They got on
movie-
stage.
this movie
No, they got on
just
stage at
ended.
the end. We're just talking about the end. Fuck it. They get on stage at the end, and the DOS sound machine plays. Everyone kind of loves it.
It
Then
was
they come
fine.
out and they play. Everyone loves that, and then the movie fades. And then to later, and it's like, what the fuck? Who won?
Why? Who chose the winner?
Oh, and their boyfriends.
They also hold on, we gotta talk about this because they also sang an original song. Which early in the movie they're like acapella culture. Fuck that shit.
Yes!
You don't sing original songs. So the
Which
Chuckies
that one
would have
line-
been like, fuck these people, send them back to America. We hate them.
Oh, let's
That
not forget.
one line during the underground tournament made me laugh pretty hard though. Like he's like, "You disgust me." Like, that's pretty good.
And he's talking to. We're forgetting this character. It's the new character.
The new girl who joins.
The new girl,
Who's
and
Katie
Katie
Seagal's-
Seagal's like daughter.
It's her daughter because
Cool.
she used to be a Bella, so she's a legacy. So now they're bringing in like the Animal Housey, like you're a legacy. They have to
Right.
take you, like so, like they do that, and like it's Haley Steinfeld, which I'm sorry, like
I never heard
there's
of her.
something.
I never saw
She was in True Grit.
She was in True Grit. Yeah, she was great.
She was
in True
good
Grit.
and she was great in that, but like you can't. She's like supposed to be this like gee golly like kind of girl. Oh, but she's basically
She's like Amelia Bedelia or some shit.
she's like a hippie version of. She's a hippie version of Anna Kendrick's character. So where Anna Kendrick's all a dumbass who can't make music,
Yeah.
she at least is like. She at least is writing her own
Anna
music.
Kendrick's like character
Is
art
a fucking-
it's a
so-
mess.
it's like-
It's
it's
like
like
it
a-
makes you not even want to care about
'Cause
her.
I'm
It's
like,
I
wait,
don't.
so she
Oh,
can't-
I don't.
Oh, I
care
know
about-
you
the
don't.
fact
Kathy.
the fact that Jordan Peele says to her
Jordan-
like he literally calls out the first movie like, yeah, that's not a skill, like mixing music,
Yeah.
anyone can do that.
Hold on, we got to talk about that scene. So, like,
Yes.
she's at. All right, let's talk about her internship. She goes there. She gets
Right.
introduced. She's like, I'm going to work in a record studio. She's just getting people coffee and burritos and shit. And then Jordan Peele comes in and he delivers this, like, crazy speech. He's so
Right.
ignorant to everyone. He's just, like, belittling and shitting on everyone. And it's fucking hilarious.
It got me
No,
excited.
yeah.
I was like, I hope the movie is this.
I was like,
Yes,
this was
I
gonna
just
be
wanted
one
to be
really cool
that.
thing in this.
Yeah.
And it was going to be this. And this was the only time we got
Where
it.
it was
Every other
about
time
like
sucked.
sometimes your shit doesn't work out,
Yeah.
and you have
Yeah.
to like deal with that. Deal with adversity.
So, like,
One time.
Yeah,
so,
I was almost hoping she like would quit music.
Yeah.
That would have made it a really
Dude,
deep movie.
yes.
If Anna Kendrick was like, I'm just no good at this.
Yeah.
I can sing, but I can't make this
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You're better than me. Like if she said to the new girl, like, you should be doing this, I'll facilitate
see,
that.
that's
a better fucking movie.
No. I thought about
Then
this while
it's
we
like
were
hustle
watching
and
it.
flow.
Sort of. Hold on. I was thinking about it during the movie. In the first one, it's about her wanting to be a song mixer, like a mash-upper. Like whatever that, which isn't a
so-
fucking thing.
And that's why it's kind of awesome.
So,
because
like,
it's
it's
like
her-
the fact that that's what it's
The
about.
whole movie is about her achieving this goal of becoming something that isn't. Like, it's just this dumb thing. It's not anything. This
That's
one
like-
is about her realizing that and then becoming the next thing, which is nothing, which is a music producer.
Yeah.
Which means you exploit people who are better than you and then take their money.
I love that
So,
whole.
like, she actually, like, learned something, sort of.
I love that whole producing.
Yeah, like, she
I love that whole
learned her
producing the song
worthless skill.
scene.
Someone's like, this is
Where they're in the studio and they're like laughing and like mixing up,
well,
like,
that's 'cause
girl,
they're
we're
making producing look
girl,
like
we're
it's a
not even
job
supposed to
of some
be
I mean, you
here.
have to. How else do you convey producing visually? Though?
I know, but it's just like it looked like
The
a
song
fucking
sounded
Maybelline
awful, too.
It was
commercial.
terrible. Flashlight, fuck you. I was living.
Oh yeah, written by 4 fucking people. 4 fucking people.
And no, I'm talking about the song that was on the laptop. Was that the same song?
Yes.
There was only that
Yes.
one song.
They made it
Oh,
in
I
like
fucked
they
it.
made it in
Yeah.
this
It
like
sounded
dancey
indistinguish-
version.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, what I like.
I love
when
Jordan Peele though. Going just like, yeah, anyone
I
can
don't
do
like
it. I don't like it because you can do this. So yeah. What the?
Yeah, what does that even mean?
That was
Is the
that's what I'm
movie
saying.
over?
No,
They
that's what
won
I'm
it.
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what he was just like basically laying down on the table. He was like, I don't. He was like, I don't like this because this is something I could do, which is nothing. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
do nothing.
Yeah, you figured out how to get other people to give you really good music and be able to put your name on it.
But it's not even good
That's
music.
what she learned. Like, fuck your character arc. This is garbage.
And then she's like,
Why is she the main character?
Why is she the main
Is she the main
character?
character? Fat Amy is
see,
kind of the
this
main
one is-
character.
no wait,
Yeah.
no wait. Remember, like they force feed it to you because Haley Steinfeld, like at one point, she's like, "Oh my god, like, am I really talking to the
I guess
woman
she
who
was the main- I
gave?"
didn't even consider her to be the main
Yeah.
character.
Yeah, I didn't either.
At one point,
She didn't do anything except go.
Like her mom was like, they set it up like she
Okay.
was. I guess.
yeah, okay, so she was like
I
our
forgot
conduit.
about her storyline completely.
Yeah, so she's our conduit into where they are now.
But
you know,
they're all
She's
the
the,
same
she's
exact
the
fucking
she's the
characters from the
Winston
last
of the movie. She's the one, the
But we
everyman.
don't need it. It's the same characters from a movie we already watched.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, you know them because you like them. These are like. This is the only reason. If you're dumb enough to think their chemistry was great, that's why you're watching this. We don't need a way in.
Hold on.
Excuse me.
You know, you're fine. My point was, fuck, don't make me forget it. You're ranting, god damn it.
Sorry.
No, you're
This
fine.
movie's insane. It
Oh,
pissed
yeah,
me
yeah.
off. I like the first one. This
So
is
at one
crap.
point, Haley Steinfeld says to Anna Kendrick, the woman who single-handedly gave the Bellas their voice. So they're putting all of the Bellas'
Oh, yeah.
success on her. Like she's some kind of like musical dynamo. And even Peele at one point, he's like, you got a good ear. You know, like you really got a good ear. Like,
You can
fuck
say
off,
you got a good
dude.
ear,
Like,
but you can't. Well, that's the thing. When
oh,
he
meanwhile,
says
she's like
that to
pushing
her,
that piano key. Like,
I-
oh,
Yeah, what was that?
ding, ding, ding,
Is
ding.
that okay? Was that?
I was like, wait a minute.
Was that thing a common thing? That box that had lights on it? I was
Yes,
saw
that's
it.
a thing.
Yeah,
That's
it's
Okay,
like
I
a
saw it. I was
sample
like,
pack.
is that just a thing?
It's a sampler. It's just a sampler.
Okay, I didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
hold
like-
on. So, Peele's like, Snoop Dogg's recording a Christmas album. We're gonna do it. We gotta make it hot. How are we gonna
A
do that?
Christmas
We got-
album.
Yeah, it's insane.
Well, that's supposed
That
to be
joke
dumb.
is
That's supposed to be
and
dumb.
funny,
I know,
but like
but, like-
everything else is so weird and like awkward.
It
Yeah.
felt like the beginning of Love Actually. This
Yeah.
movie is like every other movie. Do you realize this? They just took like stupid shit from every other movie.
Well, yeah.
kind of, yeah.
I was trying to compare its failings to other like okay, I can compare another movie that it's to. It reminded me. This is a weird one. It reminded me of The Love Guru, because The Love
I've never
Guru.
seen it.
I
I
know.
need to watch that.
Okay, The Love Guru is pretty much like Mike Myers at a weird time in his life going, I'm going to give the audience everything they love. And what they love is Mini-Me getting kicked in the balls. And no, seriously.
and
they're-
weird puns.
Right. And that's what The Love Guru was, and it failed because he just gave us what they thought we wanted. And this movie to me was like, we love to see Fat Amy be an idiot.
Yes.
They're all
idiots, but Fat
they
Amy was
treated her
over-
like a dum dum.
But
like,
no,
they
right,
treated
they
her
gave-
like
there
a
was
lead
too
for a
much of
second.
her. They
Please
just
think
gave
about
it-
this for a second. When Anna Kendrick is called upon to produce a song that is original, like you said, all she's doing, like a fucking monkey in a cave,
Oh, dun,
is
dun,
going
dun, dun.
dink 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 dink.
Yes.
Frustration.
She tries to write a song for 2 seconds and then immediately calls
That's
her
not
boyfriend
making
and
a song.
cries.
That's one note. You're doing not like blah, 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 a
She's doing
monkey
absolutely
would hit
nothing.
When
more
she
than one
called her
note.
boyfriend for a second, I was like, who's she talking to?
She's crying.
They didn't show his half of the conversation.
No,
I was like,
because it just-
are they
no,
dating?
She was leaving a message.
And they
Oh,
never
right.
know
Okay.
where.
I thought you.
No, dude, she left a message.
I couldn't-
And they never
cares?
seem to know where the other one is. They're in a terrible
Their
relationship.
relationship sucks.
Oh man, what if this is Elizabeth Banks is like, it was supposed to be like satire, and it's like they're all living this like weird veneer of like being in Bella's is perfect, even though they've been disgraced, and they're all a bunch of like idiot weirdos who have like codependency issues.
They're all idiots.
Maybe.
Everyone in this movie
And,
is an
like,
idiot.
There was stuff in it that just they didn't talk about things before things happened. Like, remember when the new girl came in and she got auditioned like right in the scene that she comes in,
Yes.
and then they're like, "All right, we're done with that. Let's go party." And I'm like,
What happened?
"What party?" And
Yeah,
then they
what?
all walk
They were
out
all
the
just
front
sitting
door.
at home like doing dishes before
Right,
she
and they
showed
walk
up.
out the front door and through bushes, and they're like, "Were these bushes always here?" There's like 80 yard that, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then they walk, and
Yeah,
there's a
they're
huge
just a
party going
gigantic
on,
And it's an all
but then a bunch of
acapella
slow-mo
party.
shots of them partying. And I'm
with
like,
only acapella people. It was like a secret giant acapella
but
party.
it didn't have
But they
anything
were-
to do with acapella. It was just a party with a pool. And they weren't doing that. They were just sitting in the house,
Dude, it
not
showed
knowing
them
that girl
party
was
for-
going to show up.
They partied for so long.
That
It was
scene went on
dumb.
way too long, and it
A
was just
lot.
like, what?
Oh,
It's
and then-
dancing.
Did you
And then
shoot
all the-
another movie and just edit it in post? It had to be.
Hold on, I want to talk about her audition because
Oh,
as
yeah.
a person, like, her singing, the girl can sing. She did fine.
She was
right?
okay, yeah.
It wasn't amazing, it wasn't crazy, but it was good.
It was good.
And then
yeah.
they're like talking about it, and she's like, well, she's no soloist. Like that was them setting up that she wouldn't be like she needed
soloist.
someone else's help to be a star, which is going to end up being Anna Kendrick.
Oh yeah, that's
You know
a
what I
fair
mean?
point. Yeah.
Right.
It was just dumb. I don't know. It pissed me off. I was like, from what? She barely sang. What
Yeah,
what
she's
does
like
it
in a
mean?
house.
She's fine. She sings just as good as you. Dude, fucking Fat Amy sucks at singing. Can we talk about that?
She
She's
really
not really
does.
Like,
that
that's
good.
kind
Really
of the
does.
point. And she's saying this girl's not good enough to be a soloist. It's like, you suck.
Oh.
Anyway.
Also, everybody could hear the Asian girl speak, which before in the first
Before,
movie,
yeah.
nobody like we could hear what she was saying, and they couldn't.
And that shit
The au-
is just
no. The first movie,
tiresome.
the first movie that was great.
yeah,
that was like my
great.
favorite part of the first movie.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Look
Yeah.
at Kathy's face.
Dude, it was funny in the first
That was
one.
Oh,
really
and then
funny.
they have
There was
her.
a couple in this one
But
that
they
I actually
heard what
liked.
she was saying.
Dude, they turned that character insane where she's like upside down in the
Yes.
tree with
She's
the
a
knives.
ninja now.
I
Like,
sleep upside
Yes,
down.
of course
You're
she's a
like
ninja.
bat.
She's the Asian one.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
She would definitely.
Everybody
do that
is a
shit.
stereotype.
Every single fucking person
Yeah.
was like, and especially the white people. Like this was ultimate white lady shit happening.
Yep.
Like seriously, 3 white
Ultra
ladies.
white lady shit. Acapella group
Yes.
drama. Like, why are there any ethnicities in this movie?
All the white. Oh, can we just talk really briefly about the imagery? So,
The imagery.
hear me out.
Stark is the word I would use to describe
It's
it.
like Zack Snyder shot a comedy, man. It's insane.
Just
That'd
hear,
be amazing.
hear me out,
I'd
please.
watch
Hear
Pitch
me
Perfect
out,
3 if he
please.
made it.
Hear me out, please. Stop it.
so good. Fat Amy and all
Stop
these
it.
weird outfits fighting
No, wait.
dragons and
Listen
stuff.
to me. Because it was subtle. It was subtle. You might not have seen it. Okay,
Yeah.
listen. So at the worlds, as they kept
At the
referring
end,
to
at
it,
the end.
at the very end, the German group goes up,
Yes.
and they're doing
It's called Light It Up. I forget whose song it is.
it's like My Chemical. No, it's Panic at the Disco,
maybe?
or
I don't,
something.
I don't know.
It's
or
one of
care.
those.
But
It's,
the lyrics to the verse are Light It Up.
I'm on fire.
I'm on
Right.
fire.
I'm on fire.
So they do that,
Yeah.
and then they mix it up. They mash it up, which apparently is the style of the time. They mash it up with "All I Do Is Win," the rap song.
Mm-hmm.
So they do this thing where they
Yes.
people like they have the people being the ribbon and people on either side being the crowd, and the
slow
two
rap.
white leaders of fucking the German group. They're like racing in slow motion, and there's a third person racing who's like one of the only black dudes in the group.
Yep.
And he gets tripped up and falls and gets defeated to
And
the
they
tune
go-
of "All I Do Is Win."
No, Kathy, you're
I mean,
missing
sort
the...
of. In a
Kathy.
way, it's fucking genius.
No, it's amazing because you skipped over my
Oh,
favorite
wait, yeah,
part.
you're-
Yes,
Was
when
it-
they're doing Light It Up, whatever the fuck it was.
the announcers.
They part of the dance move you saw. They raise their hands up. They basically do a
Oh.
Sig Heil.
Sig Heil, yeah.
Basically,
Basically,
then
yes.
that's when the chorus kicks in, and the LED screen behind them is just fire shooting up, and they scream "Light It on Fire," followed up by "All I Do Is Win." And that whole German thing was bonkers. Their whole performance was the most insane, subversive shit.
You could have cut
ever.
that out of the movie and
Dude,
just
that could have been a
could-
music video.
Yeah, like
And-
that's a
and-
music video.
But
where
there were
just-
people cheering for it. It was so subversive.
and then it had the Iwo Jima imagery.
Yes.
Yes, it ended with them piling up doing the Iwo
That
Jima
Jima
flag
thing. It was
thing.
like, what the?
They kept trash talking America, and they used
And then
all
John Michael
American
Higgins
shit.
At the end says, "This is Stefan." This is definitely the worst conflict between
Yeah.
Germany and America that's ever happened.
Which should be a funny line, but you're still just like, God
oh, at
damn
that
it.
point in the movie,
It's
I'm
over.
so
It's
lost.
over.
I'm so lost. I was
It's
like,
over.
is this a competition? What is this? Are they in Copenhagen?
Oh,
What?
and then every
Oh,
single
fuck.
country, no matter what country it was using an American song.
No, it
Well, they
was
was all-
fucking
It was
Journey.
it was
Journey.
separate ways.
Oh,
no,
wait.
no.
It was
Don't no. Any way you want it.
Oh, it was any way
Kenny
you want it,
Loggins.
right?
Yeah, it was any way you want it.
And it kept cut. It was
In like Indian. All right,
Right.
this is what we got to talk. So
the movie is really racist. I mean,
unbelievably
it's
racist.
insane.
It's incredibly racist.
Like, I can't believe how racist
And
it
everyone
was.
in the theater was laughing at it.
Everyone.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe
The one
This is
dude
the
right
weirdest
next to me
movie
was
experience I
laughing
think I've had
a
in long
lot.
time.
I
Yes.
never expected Pitch Perfect 2 to be this racist.
Yes.
Super racist. And then the
It's
end,
so
it's
racist.
the world competition. We get to see all the other worlds. They brought all the cultures in. And then it's like African people and crazy dashikis.
And they're doing like,
yeah,
like, I'm like,
crazy shit. You're
I
like,
was
no, come on.
that's not what this is.
And then the announcer guy's still being racist there. And you're like, Jesus.
Jesus Christ! What are you doing?
It seriously felt like fucking
unbelievable.
Harry Potter, like
Yeah.
some like world like the Quidditch Cup or whatever.
Yeah.
It
No, it felt like
seriously
Lord
felt
of the
like that
Rings,
shit.
man. It felt like here's the orcs and the hobbit.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's a fucking different race. It's just different species.
Yes.
It was insane.
I can't believe, like, how did this happen? Elizabeth
You know what?
Banks is
You know what?
apparently a huge
Okay.
racist.
It's like
I
Elizabeth
guess.
Banks. Let me give you some. I'll give you another imagery. It's like Elizabeth Banks was trying to make dodgeball or basketball. You know how every team had its own thing?
Yeah.
But she just chose to go with the
race,
racism
and
joke.
that's it.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, those
Yeah, they
teams
did,
all
like,
had
the LA riots or like
right,
the
yeah,
gay
yeah,
team
like,
and stuff like that. It
right,
wasn't
the
like,
San Francisco Ferries and all
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit. Like, it had a joke to do with the
Yeah,
geography of where
sure.
they're from. This was just like, they're African.
Yeah.
Come on.
How many racist jokes can we do?
Oh,
And
they did them all, baby. They did them all.
Everything.
and then you top it off with Fat Amy she's the cherry on top
She's-
of all of it. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, by the way, women shouldn't be fat. It's like,
Why
here's
don't
the
we know?
message.
That
What's the
I
message?
don't know.
No, because-
there is no message.
Yeah,
No, they've said it. They said it in the last one, and maybe they didn't, but they said it's something similar to it, and they said it in this one. The John Michael Higgins says, like, you know, giving confidence to all these girls who are too fat to be cheerleaders, like,
Yeah.
shit like that. It's like this is supposed to be like a girl positive movie.
Yes, and
I
it's
thought.
not.
And
I
It's
feel like-
absolutely not. They're all really dumb.
If you're gonna
they
have-
treat each other like they also believe that all other women
Yes.
are dumb.
They
Every
treat
man
each
in the
other
movie,
like shit.
Except if a man
Yeah.
isn't trying to fuck a woman in this movie, he thinks all women are stupid and don't respect
Oh,
them.
and then
Like, what?
I almost wish John Michael Higgins had a character outside of the announcing to show us he's a piece of shit. Like, don't just
Yeah.
have him announce stuff.
That's
and,
all he
did.
Like,
He
show
was
us at
never
home
not
like
behind a
being a
mic.
pile of shit and the reason for it, and then it might be funny that he is. You know?
Well, I guess they did do the joke in the dean's office where Elizabeth Banks is like, "Oh, sorry, I can't turn it off."
yeah,
Or
The
whatever,
one
I
joke from her
guess.
that made me
Ugh.
laugh was when she was describing the tournament at length, and then she was like, "Oh, I don't know what's wrong with me. I always get flustered." Like it was a joke of just I'm saying exposition now,
Yeah.
and that's the reason that made me laugh. Like, yeah.
yeah,
There were a
whatever.
couple of funny things. Oh, we got to talk about the underground.
Oh,
shit.
the riff off.
That should have been
this movie,
so
all
funny.
right, there's three things. There's a couple things in this movie that happen, and I can't tell why. Like the pillow fight,
The
where
pillow fight
So-
out of
slow
nowhere.
motion
Fuck,
pillow
pillow
fight for
fight.
no reason at all.
And then she
None.
says, in this movie, Anna Kendrick says, "You guys know you're setting women back like 30 years."
Oh my God,
And
she's
it was
the
like,
worst
Have
one.
you seen the movie? You're
Yeah.
standing in.
Jesus Christ!
It's great.
There's
But
that.
the whole thing with the underground tournament.
Then there's this, where they just get a letter. They've been disbarred. Like,
But what did that? It
yeah,
doesn't
they get this weird
accomplish
letter to
anything.
go to a
No.
place and like
Yeah.
perform, and it turns out to be a secret underground thing. You would
Which should have
think-
been hilarious,
You
by
would,
the way.
yes, it should have been really good, and you would have thought.
Yeah, you've got
that
David
DOS
Cross
sound
on a
machine.
scooter with
Yeah,
an
as a, like,
effeminate
gay
voice. Yeah.
millionaire who loves acapella,
Yeah.
and he's talking like an idiot. Why would you edit him down?
He should have.
I know he said more shit.
He had
It's
to.
obvious he was cut down. He had to have.
But this whole thing happens because of his character. It should have been DOS Sound Machine getting
Challenging
them there to
them.
fuck with them.
Right.
But it isn't. They just
It's-
all happen to be there. And then there's
Yes.
they show
challenge,
up
and
and
I'm
they're like,
like,
"What's? Oh, you're here."
well, fuck you guys. Who cares? Like, her boyfriend's band was there.
Like you didn't
And
know.
she didn't even
And
know.
she didn't even know.
She
And she's
didn't
like,
even
"What are
know
you
he was
doing here?"
there.
He's like,
I don't know.
Like, why am I looking at this? No one understands why they're here.
Like,
why is it filmed?
no.
Why was this set built? Why?
No, that is how the movie should have started. It should have started with them in a house getting a letter that said, "Come to this."
Dude, it should have started.
It could have been
kicked
Well,
out.
it could've been
It could have been like
Bruce Lee.
Kickboxer with acapella.
Yeah, that
it
too.
could have been
It
a
should
way
have been-
better movie.
This is what this movie should have been. They don't only get kicked out of the acapella shit. They get kicked out of college and they're like homeless, and they have to
Yes.
figure out how to fucking
like survive.
acapella in the streets.
They're
And they find like an
suspended.
underground acapella thing. That and if David Cross ran that shit, it'd be amazing. If it was like people bet on acapella groups,
So they're suspended, but they still have like
dance fighting and shit.
they still have like college housing and like a bus, a really nice
They say-
luxury
I
bus.
assume the college supplies them with that since it's such a big deal at the college.
Yeah.
It's a fucking acapella group, not a sorority. Why do they
Yeah.
live together?
I don't know.
Bob, answer my question.
How was
Help me?
Look, there was like I laughed about 3 hearty laughs during the underground thing, but that is like 1/100th of how it should have been.
Yes,
That-
that should have been like an insanely.
You've got
funny
like
scene.
an insane amount of funny people in one space doing
Oh my
something
god! And then
absurd.
the Green Bay
Reggie Wa-
Packers.
Yeah, Green
The
Bay
fucking
Packers
Green
show
Bay
up.
Packers.
I actually
were there.
laughed at the Green Bay Packers there. I was like, like all of a sudden they're there, and they actually didn't sing that bad. They did a pretty good
No,
job.
I think those were. I don't think that was.
No,
them.
I think there was after
Yeah.
you said that. I think there was like an article about them where they like sing before every game or some shit.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, they actually
they
sang
actually
that?
do sing. That's them. I'm pretty sure I read that,
Well, if that's
which
the thing,
then made sense because at first
all
I was
right,
like,
well, that's fine.
because
then.
at
I didn't
first
know
when
that.
the Green Bay Packers showed up, I didn't think of that, and a bunch of people in the crowd were like, "Ooh," and I was like, "Who the fuck? Why are there a bunch of Green Bay
that's
Packers?"
solely
fans?"
in there to appeal to
Yeah.
people's parents that are there because they have to be.
Mm.
That is for dads that have to take their fucking daughters to the movies, and they're like, "Huh, that's a funny thing that I,
I don't
can."
know. I
Shout
disagree
out.
with that. I think if they are actually an acapella group and they found that out, and there's only going to be one movie about acapella made in the next 30 years, they're just.
I hope there
that's
can't
fine.
be
I don't
any
mind
more
that.
of these.
I don't
There
mind that.
No.
cannot be any more of.
I swear to God, if
and if
they
there is,
try,
it's gonna be awesome.
oh yeah, they get
Oh, man, I'm
disqualified.
down. I
Just
wanna-
wait.
whipping black people and fucking cutting women apart.
Django Unchained, but without the. From the perspective of the white people, Pitch Perfect 3.
I love it. It's
So,
so good.
They
Zack
get,
Snyder doing
they
it.
get
It's gonna be
disqualified.
Jesus.
They get disqualified from the
Roots.
riff-off because the category they're supposed to be singing about is 90s R&B hits, and that Haley Steinfeld girl, since she's all of like 12 years old or whatever the
Starts
fuck she's
singing an
supposed to-
original song.
She sings an
Yeah.
original song that she wrote like a fucking moron
Why?
Yeah, it didn't get her character has no reason why she'd do something that dumb. It
because
just-
she's
the
all
only
nervous.
reason-
She's nervous
she's
about
so
being
nervous.
The
I'm gonna just
only-
blatantly try to break the rules. Okay.
The only reason that happened was so that because Anna Kendrick wasn't there when she auditioned and
there.
sang
Oh,
it.
that's right.
So that was the only time Anna Kendrick heard her sing that song.
Yeah, and
To
she's
then
like
do
so
the,
like, oh my
like,
god, it's
Let's
so
team
good.
up later because your song's so good.
But I would just think that before she could even open her mouth, one of the other girls would have already started singing a song.
Yeah, it was such an easy fucking.
Who was the judge? Was it David Cross?
It's just
Yeah,
David Cross.
Okay. It's just that I didn't get that didn't read to me. It was just like, okay, he's just gonna. I understood messing up, and then he says you're out, but I was like, how do you know who wins when they don't
Oh,
mess
and then
up?
at one point
Yeah.
when the one guy from the Green Bay Packers, like they get like the category is country love,
yeah.
and he goes nuts and he
He's
wants
like,
to
yes,
go
let's
first.
start. I want to start.
And then when they get to him, he's like, I
I've
don't
got
know,
nothing.
man. Yeah, I got nothing, man. It's like
what was that?
What
Yeah,
was that?
Why? Why haven't
you were so excited to get country love.
I gotta
Yeah,
imagine
this
that
movie
making this
sucks.
movie was a blast. I bet that like the set for this movie
I mean,
was fun
yeah,
as
there's
shit.
just a bunch of
Because
meat
they
being
weren't
smoked.
paying. It's like one of those movies where it's obvious that somebody wasn't paying attention to anything.
Yeah.
It's just no through line. It's just like, what's happening? Okay,
Sure.
they're here. Now we're gonna go to Copenhagen. Weren't they kicked out of school? No, they're still in school.
Yeah,
They don't
and then
ever
what
go
was
to.
the
You never saw a
consequence?
single class.
Never saw a
Ever.
single class.
Ever.
None.
And then all
Not
of
a
the
book.
all
Like,
of the
none that
old
shit.
Bellas come onto the stage for their part at the World Music Festival.
Yes.
And then they turn the lights back down, and then they turn them up again, and,
And
they're
it's
gone,
gone,
and
yeah.
you never see them
They were
again.
gone. They only showed up for that performance for them to. God.
You know the scene where Anna Kendrick is trying to write music. The scene.
Yeah.
When I remember that scene because Fat Amy comes in, and I'm like, and I was like,
She's
are
just
they
Amy.
roommates? Like
Yeah.
I was like, is she in a house right now? I don't know where you're laying.
Yeah, it's like an
I was-
hour in, and
Yeah,
you're like, oh,
what,
that's
do you
where you live?
here? Is Fat Amy supposed? She walked in and she's like, "What? You can't go out and get a smoothie without someone wondering where you are." And I'm like,
Oh,
"Is she
yeah.
wondering? Do you live here? Are you roommates? I don't know."
Oh, and the constant sexual assault jokes and rape jokes from Fat Amy. Unbelievable.
yeah, there's a lot of those.
Yeah, like she specifically says what? Like a girl can't go out to get a smoothie and come back 14 hours later? Like, that's weird.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I
your
wouldn't call
friends
that a
would-
rape joke, but
Your friends
That's not-
would be concerned.
Yes.
If you lived with them, they would be concerned for you.
especially in an age with cell phones.
right. Whatever.
If they needed her, they probably could have got a hold of her. Why even say that line?
where were they?
Why open her mouth? Why?
I just like the idea that two.
Why does this exist?
I like the idea that two of the main characters lived in the same room, and I had no idea until like an hour in, when halfway through the scene in which it's revealed, I'm like, oh, they live here. I thought she was like at home with her parents. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what's going on.
You don't know anyone because there's nothing
And
to know. They're all
there's nothing to
And
know
then they
about
go
them.
camping. It was like,
Yeah, and then they
Let's
go
go.
camping to bond.
we're fucked. Let's all go to a retreat. What?
with all the money
There
that
was
we
this
have.
weird, like, everybody kept going to Anna Kendrick, are you working on the arrangement? And she'd
Yeah.
be like, no.
I don't care that much.
Eh,
Well, but that wasn't that big of a
it
deal.
never shows her make the arrangement.
But
Yeah,
they
That's
have
a great
one.
skill, apparently, is
Well, she's
arranging
good at.
things.
Well, we know she's good
Yeah,
at
but
this.
you
You don't
never
even
see
see her
her.
do it.
Right.
And
It's
apparently she does it in
madness.
like a night or something. The time frames
Yeah.
are just and
Yeah,
then,
she was supposed to have spent the whole movie working on it, but she magically did it while recording that other
Oh.
fucking bitch's song.
and then suddenly
in a
they're
real
graduating
studio. Like, when the fuck did she ever do it? Who paid for all those fucking old ladies to fly to Copenhagen? What the fuck?
Why is that the climax?
Why is that the climax? And then why?
Who triumphed over what? I don't know. It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
This movie sucks.
It really is bad. It doesn't.
I had high hopes. I honestly was gonna hope that I liked it, and it was gonna suck to have to make fun of it for this show.
Yeah. No. I
I really liked the first one.
That
man.
was actually like the only Kathy. You're the only
Fuck.
reason I said yes to doing this on bonus disc because my fear was that I would like this movie a lot,
I can't
and then I'm like,
believe-
talking about a movie I like kind of sucks. It's not
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
is-
hey, you're welcome, fellas.
Yeah.
No, this thing's a
Yeah, thanks for ruining something great. I blame you
Good.
somehow.
somehow it's your fault. That
I am
this
the
happened.
disease, Bob. And
Elizabeth Banks heard your review of the first movie and just was like, "Whoa,
I can
she thinks
I can
that?"
fix this. I can fix this. Clearly, this woman's a racist bigot.
Jesus, the fucking racism.
The racism is so rampant.
It's just
all
like
insane.
you're
It's just
cutting
like,
through it with a knife.
yeah,
I mean, like,
and like you said, like nobody owns it, like or tries to fix anything. No one says
No.
like maybe we shouldn't.
yeah.
no.
Like the Fat Amy thing would be obvious to somebody should have been like, yay, let's call you Amy.
Yeah, you're just
Why
Amy to
can't
us.
that happen?
Nobody else is named Amy.
no one else has a nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
it
were
just-
two characters that had names who did nothing in the whole movie,
Yes.
and except for that one joke.
that
where they're
one
like,
joke where they both thought they were named
the
Kelly
same,
or
the
whatever.
same
Yeah,
person.
Jessica
Oh my
or something.
God! Right, those people. They were there to
The
fill out
movie,
the stage.
the movie called itself out on its own horseshit, and it wasn't funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like, who are you?
It was
fuck
like, why'd you point out those people I've been ignoring for an
Yeah,
hour?
see,
and a
it's like she was.
half? Like, I don't
Oh,
care
you know
about
what? It's
them.
almost like she was trying to make like Wet Hot American Summer, but for this.
Well, it wasn't spoof humor. I don't think they were ever reaching for spoof humor.
Well,
Like, it was never
sure
that
felt like it.
And that I don't
Only-
think they were
ugh.
trying to reach for spoof humor. I think it was more like, It was a straightforward comedy that was slightly self-aware of what it is, and it didn't work. The first one arguably does on that level. Because the first one makes fun of itself a little bit, but not enough to be like, like the whole time. The fourth wall isn't like fucking raped in that movie.
I can almost guarantee you there's 4 times as many songs in this one as there is the first
Oh my God.
I
They're
felt like
constantly
constantly singing.
Really? I didn't feel like they sang that much.
What have you been doing with your life?
I don't know. I didn't.
Singing all day long?
I felt there was one point.
I just heard
There was
normal
one stretch
talking.
of the movie where I was like, have they sang in a while? I felt like they didn't. I don't know. Maybe it was because the songs in the first movie, because I don't listen to popular music, so this song, that sounds so pretentious. I just don't. I don't
listen
popular
to
music.
it.
I recognize the songs in the first movie. And in this movie,
Oh,
I didn't recognize any of
recognize the songs, so I'm like,
So
are
many
they,
of
what are they?
them.
They're just like singing stuff, and I was like, okay.
Oh, like
I
how
don't
about the
s-
one that
you know,
the
I
They
recognize.
did that like women run things or whatever.
Oh,
Some
that
Beyonce song.
well, Beyonce, Who Runs the World? Girls Run the World.
Girls Run the World. Like,
But that dude,
you can't sing that in a song where every woman's acting like a fucking moron and takes. Just lets people step all over them and tell them they're idiots all the time.
Oh, and remember the
you
song?
can't sing that song.
Remember the song that the dudes sing at one point, like when you first see them perform, the sucking on the lollipop?
I
Yeah.
did not know what the fuck. that
What
was
the
about.
fuck was that?
That was pretty
It was
weird.
weird.
Yeah.
Sucking on that lollipop.
Is what's gonna make you go down.
The
Yeah.
dudes in the movie, her boyfriend's clan, not what's that?
The Cobra Kai.
The Cobra, yeah,
I
whatever.
can't believe the Ku Klux Klan didn't
yeah.
show up in this movie.
What were they? The troublemakers.
They
The troublemakers.
secretly funded this
The
whole
whole thing. The troublemakers were like a non-entity in this movie. In the
Yes.
first movie, they're like heavily involved. Like she's falling in love with one of them. That you can't date them. They're like a presence. In this movie, it's just like they have to be here because it's the sequel.
Yeah, they're like begging
they-
people to come to shows by handing out flyers.
But they're barely like in the movie. It was just like,
Oh,
okay,
no.
oh, by the way, they're here too.
yeah, some
okay.
guy, dude. There were 2 love stories in this movie.
Oh right, yeah, because the
2!
magician
2.
guy.
There were 2
Oh,
of them
yeah.
because there was
Was-
nothing else to fill time. We had to have 2 love stories.
Right.
Bullshit. Sorry.
Okay,
continue.
it's Mika.
Well, anyway,
Who cares about
who cares about her name?
I don't want to hear about this shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Damn it, Kathy.
I feel like I don't know who to. I
see. Look what the ad is on my YouTube.
it's pitch. Well, yeah,
It's
it's coming out this week.
God damn it.
It's coming out this week.
Can't
It's gonna
escape
be
it.
like that.
Everybody go see it.
They're making this.
Kathy, focus!
Turn off your cell phone. They're making this. The fact that this is shit doesn't matter because the money that it costs to make won't matter because the opening weekend will
We'll make
outdo it. That doesn't mean it'll get a sequel necessarily, but it's not going to be a complete failure because it just has to have the name. Honestly, yeah, it is. It's a complete. I mean, honestly,
I mean, you
the
saw.
audience we saw it with enjoyed it.
Yes,
They did.
they were clapping.
They laughed at
They
everything.
actually
They
did the.
clapped.
Oh,
yeah, when
Yeah.
Adam Devine and Fat Amy,
got together.
like,
Dude,
well, no, he asks her out and she turns him down.
yeah, and then he's all depressed about it, and then he's.
But you don't
over
get
it.
you don't ever get a sense that she actually did care about him
Not really, no.
until she has like her revelation. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it
No,
was
she,
like,
like-
why? Who cares?
They
if
messed around, but
her
like, who
arc
cares?
was like, I'm a loner. I don't want to be
need
tied
anybody.
down. And then all of a sudden, through dialogue, not action
Yep.
or anything, it was just like, oh, wait, I'm in love with him. I want him. And it was like, oh,
Okay.
yeah, I guess that's her journey, huh? You just say things.
yeah.
I want to tame lions. I've decided now.
Here we go.
So that's what we're doing. Yeah, you just can't do that. It doesn't work. It's just
Oh,
like,
and
what?
then like Adam Devine's character isn't even a student anymore. He's just campus
He's
security.
A campus security, yeah. Why is he hanging around?
And they're all like, hey, it's creepy that you're still hanging out, but then they're cool with it still.
But he's fucking Fat Amy all the time.
There's
and
one
he
point
sings
where
with
they're
them
at
Where does he
still
live?
Sometimes.
Where does he live?
Yeah, God.
I know that's like a thing with me and Matt too. Like half the time we're watching
People's
movies.
jobs and homes are really important.
Yeah,
to us.
no, I need kind of to know
Yeah.
because a character to me, I need to know where they sleep. I do. I'm just like,
They're
where?
not real if they don't sleep.
Well, no, it's kind of gives people a third dimension if you can see their home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like he's a security guard, but does he live on the campus? Does he live with his parents?
He's always
Why is he
there.
porn? You don't tell me. He went off to Hollywood or whatever the fuck at the end of the first movie. Remember how he went? He got pulled up by whoever. He left.
He left the group. Yeah.
So now he's a security guard, but we don't know
Now
what
why?
happened.
Yeah, why?
That he fell from
What
grace.
happened to your Adam Devine?
No,
forgot
but
about that.
why did he fall from grace? There
Yeah.
might be a joke there you could write.
Or an actual story?
You know.
Oh, and then he's
I mean,
and then he's on The Voice at the end. And then he's
so
on The Voice
tired.
at the end.
this movie's brutal. It's soul crushing.
People they loved it.
Dude, I watched two people I find hilarious fucking make me angry. This movie sucks.
I know. How can
I know you said David Cross. I mean, he has a couple
he
lines.
has a couple lines, but
but
he's
it's really
not.
just
No.
it's just hearing David Cross shout
Oh shit!
is always funny.
Thank God. You know what? I welcome the moment.
Yeah, I don't want to have to delve deeper into what happened.
There's
in this
nothing
movie.
deep. We delved.
There are a bunch of songs they sang.
They
is whatever.
racism is amazing according to this movie.
Elizabeth
give-
Banks, big on racism.
Or
Yes.
whoever wrote it. I'm gonna blame the writer because I like Elizabeth Banks. I'll give her the
I
benefit of the doubt.
swear she helped write it.
She might have.
Uh,
It's
I want to talk about the movie experience, though, was top notch. Watching this movie in a room full of people who
are
thought it
down.
was really funny.
This was like these were like Pitch Perfect fanatics.
Yes.
Oh my
No,
God,
The
yes.
one girl ran in like fist pumping.
Yeah,
The girl who
yeah.
sat 2 seats next to me was pumping her fucking fist at Pitch Perfect 2. Dude, we should have just killed everyone in this fucking theater.
No, hey, whoa,
Everyone except
no.
for us and Steve and Kevin. That's it.
No, let's not do that.
All right, fine.
But
Oh yeah, I guess that's poor taste. The guy
Yeah,
did do
sorry.
that. I wasn't thinking about it. I just hated
anyway,
everyone there.
yeah, like the people we saw it with were kind of like if you saw Harry Potter at a midnight screening, and they all were dressed up. These were like,
Yes.
like
It was as much
If-
as they could be because there's no costumes.
right.
or
No one's
anything.
gonna like cosplay. This perfect
Jesus.
cosplay just can't exist. Listen, man. Everyone's like wearing fat suits and
Yeah.
blonde wigs. If you Fat Amy would be
It's the only costume that would mean anything.
Yeah,
like any of the
every-
girls in the crowd could have been Anna Kendrick. Who the fuck? What do I know?
They just look like a woman.
You're just dressed in clothes. It's fine.
So,
So bad.
one of the writers was Kay Cannon, who wrote for 30 Rock, among other things. And then the
Well,
other
that guy got one joke in the movie, and it was the car almost hitting Fat Amy.
or
It's like
Jordan
one of the-
Peele scene or
well,
something.
that's
Yeah.
a lady, and then the other guy's Mickey Rapkin. I don't know who that is.
Okay. Well,
Oh, he's only written for Pitch Perfect and Pitch Perfect 2.
Well, he
Well,
was the
I guess-
genius from Pitch
look,
Perfect 1.
we're gonna stop because there's nothing left to say.
Dude,
It's over.
fine.
Elizabeth
Okay.
Banks, look, just act. You're good at acting.
you're really good at
You're
acting.
funny. Stop doing whatever this was.
Zack Snyder, pick up this
Zack
franchise.
Snyder, please, for the love of God.
man. That'd be so fucking great. I want to
Oh,
see this
man,
in
Pitch Perfect
sepia
3.
tone fucking fight sequences. I need to see this.
Like the Batman vs Superman trailer, but with the Pitch Perfect 3 trailer instead.
Yeah.
Oh man,
They got to
people
be
chanting for Fat Amy to get
should
off
be
the
like
planet.
North Korean team versus them.
Oh, remember
Oh,
Elizabeth
the barbecue joke. The
Yes!
North Korean
Fat
barbecue.
Amy like kills Kim Jong Il. Like in the
Elizabeth Banks is
process,
like,
or,
nobody
fucks
cares
him.
about
She's
the
like,
Koreans.
Kim Jong
Dude, she could be. Dude, if Fat Amy could rule North Korea.
Korea?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
she could be the new Medea.
Dude, Fat Amy needs to have a spin-off from
Yes.
this movie and
That's
get
so
real
close
wild.
to happening.
That's-
If this
oh.
movie was really good,
Yeah.
we would have a Fat Amy movie within 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
She's like a young person's Melissa McCarthy.
A young person's Melissa McCarthy. Isn't Melissa McCarthy kind of?
She's like 39.
This is millennial Melissa McCarthy.
That's
just
right.
look, if you're gonna make Pitch Perfect 3 or another Medea movie, just take these things to
He
space.
said Pitch
I don't
Perfect.
understand why it takes so long.
Just take it to
Let's start
space.
going to space on 2 now. I mean, it's like we
well,
can do
Machete's
it.
going to do it on 3.
Right, but Pitch Perfect 2, and if this movie with this plot in space, it would have fixed everything.
Why?
Everything-
Well, how would zero gravity influence.
Because think about that one thing with all of this would have just made it that it would have made it a thing to behold. That's it.
Just that it was in space.
Yeah, the whole time you're like, yeah, but they were in space.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Well, then who cares about why Fat Amy's fat? The plot wouldn't work in Space Bob because gravity needs to exist so her pants rip open when she falls.
Well, how about she'd be like Gravity Amy or something? She has more pull.
She's so fat.
She has more of a
In the
gravitational
future
pull.
of this world, people will probably believe that if you were super fat, that you actually had gravity in space. You could create it. No, he's just super fat. She still falls on the floor.
She like absorbs a black
That's
hole.
why
or
you don't
something.
send women into space.
Oh man.
This movie.
Then you'd have like the competition, acapella competition with a bunch of alien races.
Dude, yes.
Come on.
Yes, and
All right, let's
you
get-
could be as racist as you want to be because we don't know
no
what
one can hear
aliens.
racism in space.
That's right.
All right, we gotta be done.
Gotta
We can't
stop
talk
it.
about this fucking movie anymore.
Bye.
Bye.
You have just listened to Bonus Disc. Questions, comments, and movie suggestions can be posted to facebook.com/bonusdisc. Opinions and criticisms of the hosts and guests of Bonus Disc are 100% valid because they sit high atop Judgment Mountain. So quit your whining.